Sí. Culés, the wait time is finally over. Tomorrow, La Liga begins for us. It begins against Mallorca, ladies and gentlemen. No more prediction talk. No more hypotheticals. No more counting down the days. The defending champions are back, and it's time to get to work. Now, I've been hearing all summer Real Madrid this, Atletico Madrid that. They're spending all this money here. They're spending all this money there. They look at Barcelona and say they only spend 25 million euros. Can they even compete? You know what? Let them talk. Let them say Xavi Alonso's back. Let them say, oh, we got all this signing. Real Madrid will win La Liga next season. Let them say whatever they want. This team, our team, fight for every single minute, every ball, every inch of grass. We are not just talking about another club trying to make noise. We are talking about the defending champions of Spain. We are the club that lifted the trophy, actually the domestic treble last season, the club that went to battle every single week and came out on top. Tomorrow is not just another 3 points against Mallorca. It's about sending a message to La Liga, to Europe. Barcelona is here. We are hungry, baby, and we are coming for everything. Mallorca will make it ugly, yeah, sure. They'll defend with maybe 10 men, set up a low block. No, they'll probably slow down the game. They'll try to frustrate us, but good teams, good champions show up. That's when you put our foot down and break those lines and make sure it's time for the final whistle blows. Barcelona, no doubt, will come up with 3 points. This isn't just the start of another season, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first step to defending our crown. And if you're wearing the badge on your chest, as a player, as a fan, as a Culé, you fight for everything right now. And we are Barcelona. We are the defending champions. And tomorrow, the fight officially begins. Pesca of Barca, guys, get in the chat. This is officially my first pre-game show of this channel. I am so excited to be here with you guys. Maybe just for a little bit. Maybe we'll talk about the game. But guys, get in the chat. I know there's not going to be a lot of chats. I turned it off to only members, guys. Only subscribers to our community are going to be able to chat. That way I can give you guys more time. So don't be shy. Get in the chat and let me know how you guys feeling about this Mallorca. We're going to be talking about Mallorca, the pregame. We're going to be talking about Hansi Flick. We're also going to be talking about possibly some of these news that are breaking down about Marcus Rashford, about Hansi Flick's press conference as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting. So many things that are coming out as with this Barcelona. But guys, let me know in the chat. Drop your score lines, and also let me know who you think is going to be the best player in La Liga next season. And I'm just going to give you guys right off the bat, spoiler alert, Lamine Yamal will win next season. But now, man, what you guys are saying, I'm going to give you guys more light, okay? I turn off to subscribers only so that you guys can have more of a say on this channel. That's even better. Only subscribers, guys. Only subscribers from now on. That way I have, a little bit less chats and a more quality chats that are coming out. But let me know what you guys are saying, man. Apúrate, guanaco. That means hurry up. Why are you trying to hurry me, man? Let me take my time. Catalan 94 man. What is going on, brother? Are you guys as excited as I am for the La Liga to start? I haven't felt this aura. I haven't felt this excitement in so long, and I just had to make a show about a pre-game because, guys, I have so many things to talk about, and you guys have no idea, man. That you guys don't have to worry. The paperwork has been filed, and Joan Garcia, and apparently I'm a little surprised, but I have great news. Rashford is going to be available tomorrow as well. But guys, let me know, by the way, don't forget, who wins La Liga next year? Who wins La Liga this season? And also, don't forget, who is going to be the best player in La Liga? But now, man, Nathan, what is going on, man? Like up the chat. Yes, guys, please help me out. I'm trying to get more people, hopefully 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you guys can help me out, just liking the video, getting in the chat, dude, that makes a significantly difference if you guys do that. Barcelona all day, every day. What is going on, buddy? How's it going? Peter, it's in the house as well. Bro, you see the new Lamine Yamal video with a barber. Check his wallpaper on the phone in beginning of the video. No, I didn't see that. I wonder if Barca Times tweeted it out. We're gonna be looking at Barca Times. We're gonna be. I'm gonna update you on everything that's going on with Barcelona right now. Weren't you just on Football Carnage? Yes, I was. I'm lining up my show right after theirs. May be doing that in the future as well. But I did had already scheduled for this show today. So yeah, I had to leave that show early to be on my own show, which is So guys, please subscribe to the show if you haven't. Like the video, guys. Like the stream. 29 people watching. Let's get to more people and let's get to more likes. There's only 10 likes, so yeah, if you guys can help me out, that will be amazing. Yeah, and weren't you just on Carnage? EO. So I'm hoping to see Bernal come a minute 80. Just to see him with the ball and how he messes with the team. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the lineup as well, but I just wanted to make sure that I say hi to you guys. And I'm sorry. I know there may not be a lot of chats because I turned it off. I think I made a mistake. I think I had a 5-minute minimum on the chat, so that's a little extreme. I should have left it at 1 minute so we can get more chats in. But yeah, what's up, Ronald? How's it going? How's it going? Let's see. We are winning tomorrow 4-0. So guys, drop your I want to see what you guys are thinking. I think the game is going to be 4-1. I think we do concede 1 goal, but let me know your predictions in the chat. I would like to read you guys. Tomorrow, first win. We must. What's going on, man? Sorry, I can't read your name. I don't read this language. So hot take, says Pedri. Fermin will have more GAs than Vini next season. That's a very interesting take because I actually have Fermin as my breakthrough player next season. And I actually think that Fermin will be much better than he was last season. And I'm expecting Fermin to be an up-and-coming player to the point that he is going to be, to me, the revelation player next season. He's going to have a better season than Vinicius Junior. I totally 1,000% I agree with you. Best player of the season is Lamine Yamal. That's my player of the season. I actually think that Lamine Yamal next season will get at least 20 goals, but I'm counting on like 35 GAs when it's all said and done. But guys, those of you who are just tuning in, I want to let you know that we're going to be doing the strengths and weaknesses. That's what I do in my preview, by the way. I like to do strengths and weaknesses. I like to do, we're going to review the players who are expected to start. We're going to review Hansi Flick's press conference before the game and a few other news like the Rashford. So stick around if you're just tuning in. Just wanted to let you guys know. So what's up, Peter? Top scorer will be Mbappe. I actually agree with you. I think Mbappe, I already been on record, Mbappe will be Pichichi's. I don't think it's going to be even close. I think Lewandowski kept it close last season, but Lewandowski is in his last legs. Mark Banks, what's up, man? That says Fermin or Olmo. I think it's Fermin, but I'm going to talk about in depth a little bit more, okay? So stick around. We're going to be talking about the lineups. I just wanted to say hi to everyone who's been in the chat, to be honest. So Guys, participate in the poll as well. Those things help me. And of course, like the stream. Most assists will be Lamine Yamal. Yeah, I think that's no question. But Catalan says Sporting FC bought the 50% of the rights for Trincao for 11 million. So that's also going to help Barcelona with their financial status. That helps very, very, very much. And yeah, so champion Barca easy. Yeah, I agree. And the best player will be. There's a lot of you guys in the chat, man. But hey, guys, let me get to some of the ones that I haven't say hi to. It says, how many goals do you hope Rashford scores against Athletic Club? Three. A hat trick will be nice. And Rashford scores against Athletic Club. All right, so guys, let's get into it, okay? Let's get into some strength. Let's get into some weaknesses. First and foremost, the first game of La Liga is officially here, and it's tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. No more talking about news. No more talking about preseason. This is actual games from La Liga. I'm so happy. I'm so pumped, dude. I'm so pumped to have this platform so I can talk to you guys about the game and so passionate. But guys, let's Mallorca versus Barcelona. Okay, Mallorca, I expect Mallorca to be a difficult match. Okay, don't think that this. I said 4-1, but I don't expect Mallorca to just bend over and let us win this game. They're gonna make it ugly. They're gonna play defense. They have some question marks. Some of their actually good players from last season are not going to be there. So that's a little bit of an issue. But this game, guys, remember, we asked La Liga to give us the first 3 games away so that we can have a home game against Valencia. That game is going to be nuts, man. But I actually have Valencia as my dark horse next season is going to be Valencia. I don't think everybody's going to slap them the way they got slapped last season. In Valencia, I expect Valencia to actually play really well this season coming up. So I think that game is actually going to be a little tough. But you know what? Mallorca is right off the bat, low-key, difficult game for Barcelona. But let's take a look. Remember, Mallorca was a team. I guess we're currently 5th, guys. Enjoy looking at Barcelona as number 5 place in La Liga, because that is not going to last that long. But yes, look, I'll tell you guys this. Mallorca was a team that last season finished 10th place. And every team, every year, they're supposed to get better. So I'm expecting Mallorca to be extremely difficult come tomorrow. And they are going to defend first. But if we take a look in history-wise, Barcelona has won 14 matches, 2 draws, and 0 losses. That's insane. Is these are out of the last 16 games? What is this? We actually haven't lost to Mallorca in the last. Holy crap! I didn't look at this before. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys really believe that? We haven't lost, dude. It would be historical. It would be historical if we don't win this game tomorrow, guys. Come on. Like, dude, come on. Like, it's for real. Like, this is crazy. Let me see. Why is the chat all the way up here? Barca volume, what are you defending, Dave? Like you're acting like Madrid are unactable. I saw you talk about Real Madrid going trophyless in Dave's podcast. So I don't know exactly what you're talking about, because I told Dave that I've watched Real Madrid for a very long time, and I've never seen Real Madrid have back-to-back seasons without winning a trophy or going trophyless. So I never said Real Madrid is going trophyless next season. As a matter of fact, I think Real Madrid will win either Copa del Rey or Copa del Rey and Super Cup. I think Barcelona will most definitely going to win La Liga next season. I think the other 2 trophies are up for grabs. Barcelona, yes, sure, will maybe favorites to win those games, but I do expect Real Madrid to bounce back and at least win something. I don't expect them to go trophyless next season by any means. Another hot take, says Pedri. Lamine will have a greatest Ballon d'Or run of all time after winning La Liga, UCL, and the World Cup with having 50 plus GAs. I mean, that would be really insane. Now, Lamine Yamal will have a great chance of winning Ballon d'Or next season, because let's say that Barcelona doesn't win anything, but next season, next Ballon d'Or is going to heavily be depending on who wins the World Cup. It's always been that way. The World Cup year always defines who wins the Ballon d'Or. So I think Lamine Yamal has a great chance if they can get a deep run and hopefully win the World Cup. Then Lamine Yamal definitely wins the Ballon d'Or if he has good games. But I don't think that that would be insane if Lamine Yamal wins everything next season. I'm not gonna lie. So Rosso, what's going on? It says. Biscal Barca, yeah, what's up, man? How's it going? Everyone, big up the chat, man. Carnage Red is in the house. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So as I was saying, so it's crazy to me that as difficult as I think this game is gonna be, I think it's a little crazy that we haven't lost to Mallorca in the last 16 games. This is just insane. But no, let's talk about some lineups, because I think it's important that we address who is going to be starting, who do I think it's going to start, and I'm also going to be saying, like, who do I think that in reality, right? Let me see, preview. Okay, so it's right here. So these are the expected lineups. I think that, as far as Barcelona, right, we are expecting Football Carnage, man. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys. Let me see. It says Football Carnage. What's going on, Carnage, man? Thank you guys for stopping by, man. I appreciate you very, very, very much. So let's talk about the lineups, guys. I mean, John Garcia, the biggest upgrade for Barcelona this coming up season, in my opinion, is going to be in the hands of one Joan Garcia. I mean, we're gonna have Balde as well as on the left. I think Cubarsí we're basically gonna have the same team that we did have at the Joan Gamper, which is good. It's very, very good. I think again Cubarsí gets the start as a left CB. That's very interesting to see. We are going to see Cubarsí on a whole new place this season, so it's gonna be a little interesting to see how he can handle that coming this season, because that's also one of my question marks. My only question mark for Barcelona this season is at the center back positions, because we're most likely going to see Araujo there. I would have chosen Christensen if I am Hansi Flick, but low key, I have noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I have noticed that Hansi Flick kind of favors Araujo over Christensen. But let me know in the chat, do you guys prefer to have Araujo, or you guys prefer to have, if you guys have Christensen? Because Christensen is a player that we could have played as a left center back. But Cubarsí is there. He's doing a good job, but that's not his natural position. So that's a good question mark to have next season. I would have had Christensen, because with Christensen, I mean, I get to have Christensen as a left CB and Cubarsí as the right CB, which is his natural position. So I don't particularly, right off the bat, that's a question mark. And I want to see how we're yelling, at the CB position. Araujo and Cubarsí did extremely well against Como. I thought they were very, very good. So we'll have to see. And the one thing that is becoming very interesting is that Hansi Flick, guys. Hansi Flick. I don't know, we have to look at this story. Eric Garcia is expected to start over Koundé. To me, that's very, very telling. Is Eric Garcia winning the battle in training? Is Eric Garcia winning the battle? Because Koundé, as we're about to see the news as well, Koundé is one of those players that just re-signed. So why is he not starting this game? It's actually Eric Garcia who gets the start. And by the way, I think we are in great hands. I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine with Eddie Garcia, guys. Don't worry. But I think it's a little interesting. And also Kunde looked a little bit off, didn't he? He looked a little bit off. But yeah, what are you guys are saying? Let me read you before I get to my midfielders. I want to read you because I want to see what you guys are thinking in terms of the defense. Basically, Barca reacts, man. What is going on, buddy? Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. All the time, man. One of these days, my pregame shows and my postgame shows, I need to figure out how I can bring guests on this platform because believe it or not, I stream on OBS and then I stream on StreamYard. When I on StreamYard, it's extremely easy to bring on guests, but on OBS, you have to do something different. It's not as easy to bring on people. So I'm streaming on OBS right now. Otherwise, I would have asked my boys to stop by and be part of the show. But yeah, going forward, I'm gonna try to get more people, so it's a little bit more dynamic in the future, right? Yeah. So only Barca volume. La Liga is finished. Clubs can't register players. No, this is a great point, by the way. Let me get into it because I saw Robbie Lou uploaded a fire video, by the way. I got to give him credit. I'm not going to act like this is my knowledge. This is something I took out of his video. And he was talking about how Javier Tebas wants these clubs to be run like businesses. And that's unsustainable. You cannot run, you can't run La Liga teams like their business. Because Tebas, he literally wants to. He wants you to be on the market for whatever your profit and loss is. He wants to define it depending on how much you're winning, how much you're spending. But that's not typically how it works in the world, right? When you look at the NBA, when you look at the NFL, when you look at the MLB, whether Major League Baseball, whatever, you don't look at it. You don't spend depending on how much profit you're making. You spend on depending how much money you have, and this is going to be a problem, by the way. It's no surprise to me that teams like Liverpool, Premier League teams, PSG, these teams are built different, and there's much tougher to beat these teams because of the regulations of La Liga. Because Barcelona, they could get players right now because they have the money. But because of the restrictions of La Liga, Barcelona cannot register them. And you don't want to just buy. Let's say you can get Rashford, right? Even if he's not registered, he can still play in the Champions League. He just can't play in La Liga. But you don't want to make an investment on a player just for the Champions League. So you're not competing on the same level standards as you are competing when you're competing up against in the UEFA Champions League. So that's a bad thing about La Liga, and it doesn't help Real Madrid or Barcelona. The only reason why Real Madrid can do it is because they've been living before their means. In the pandemic, they asked every player for pay cuts. They didn't hand out any contracts during the pandemic. Real Madrid now they're getting all those fruits that they harvested during the pandemic by not getting any players. They got rid of so many other bad contracts as well. They sold Cristiano Ronaldo. They sold Gareth Bale. So Real Madrid is in a different place right now when it comes to that kind of stuff. But sorry for yapping about money and business. I know you guys don't. A lot of people don't like these type of topics, but I just have to let it out. I just have to say it. But let me know what you guys are saying before I talk about the midfield. I do want to know if you guys have a take on the defense. Because I want to know if you guys rather have Kubarsi. Says Eric over Kunde. I know that's very interesting. He's expected to start tomorrow, and I don't know why. I want to know. I wonder if it's because we saw him all confused in the Gamper game. I don't know. He looked like he was on something. I don't know, man. So Blazer says Christensen. He would have started Christensen. See, I would have started Christensen and just to see. But I guess Araujo, man. Let's give Araujo some trust, guys. Let's trust Araujo. I said I've been on record, by the way, of saying I want Araujo to try golf. I want Araujo to try Juventus. Barcelona and the High Line and Araujo just don't go together. But hey, he's here, and Flick wants to give him his vote of trust. Now that means I gotta trust him, and I gotta put my faith that he is going to be a good player for Barcelona this season. So let's hope for the best and hope, guys, Araujo just a couple years ago, I remember under Xavi, we had a good defense. And Araujo, I was looking at him like he had the potential of becoming the best player in the best defender in the world, by the way. So let's give Araujo some trust. Maybe that is the one thing that he needs, guys. Maybe that's the one thing that he is missing. It's Barcelona to rally around him and to wrap him around our arms and give him our trust. And Araujo can deliver. Barca volume. Okay. Xavi Alonso is still mediocre to me. He lost to Atalanta, not even the best Serie A team. So you think Madrid is gonna win us over the Super Cup and Copa del Rey without midfield? Well, it's not that they don't have a midfield. They have a good team. And historically, Real Madrid doesn't need the best team to win. They know how to win. They know how to muddy these games. They know how to play defense first, play you on the counters with extremely fast players like Vinicius Jr., like Rodrigo, like Mbappe. They have an incredible speed on the counters. That's how they beat you, by playing great defense. They compact and then they attack. So I expect Real Madrid to win something, Alexernia, just on the fact that I've been watching Real Madrid for over 30 years. I've never seen trophyless Real Madrid back to back. I've never seen that. So they got to bounce back. They have too much pride, too much money, too much of whatever you guys want to call it, whether that's aura, whether that's combat kings or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't think so. Physically, Araujo, IQ, Christensen. Yeah, I agree with this take. Lamine Yamal will be the first player of 18 years old to score 40-plus goals in one season. Wow. That sounds really cool, man. I wish that he can do it. And I guess I do made a prediction. He's going to have at least 30 to 35 GAs next season. So that's kind of my take on this whole thing. So Christensen. So most of you agree with me, by the way. You would have started Christensen over Araujo. So I'm curious to know why Hansi Flick is doing this. I'm dead honest about this. What's up, Tommy? Christensen is smart, elegant defender. Araujo is our destroyer, and he's better pairing with Kubarsi. Yeah, I think Christensen is our security blanket. He never makes mistakes. But it's so eye-opening to me that Hansi Flick, at least up to this point, he has not been able to fully trust Christensen. Because he had the chance to. Right now, he has a chance to put his trust on him, and he's not doing it. If I could ask Hansi Flick one thing, actually, I'm going to say two things. If I say one thing, I would have said, why didn't we park the bus against Inter Milan in the last 2 minutes of the game? That's what every Barcelona fan would have asked them if we all had one question. But I guess if I have two questions to ask Hansi Flick, I would ask him, why do you not trust Christensen? And why do you trust Araujo more than Christensen? Because honestly, in my opinion, I know Araujo is younger and he has a much higher ceiling, so he's trying to get that back. He's trying to pull what he pulled on Rafinha, where a lot of fans wanted Rafinha out after last season, the season before last, and now look at Rafinha and what he's doing. I think deep down, Hansi Flick knows that he can. There's one of the best defenders in the world somewhere in there, somewhere in that player, and I bet you 100% that Hansi Flick thinks that he can get it out. Because that's the only explanation to why we are starting Araujo this season. Hey, what's up, FCB money? If Araujo gets the highline, he's our actual best defensive defender. I agree. I've said this. There's no difference between Pacho and Araujo. And Pacho's having one of the best seasons last year, and Araujo one of the worst seasons. So that can't be just, it's got to be somewhere focusing and mental thing and just being prepared. Watching the tape, studying the game, be a great student of the game is so important. And watch the film, watch what teams do best, and be very prepared every single game. This is why I love the NFL, by the way, because the teams who prepare the most are the teams who win on Sunday. And that doesn't happen a lot of times for some of these players, that they look like they're not even studying the game, man. And they got to. So let's see, Barca reacts. Eric is good, but I don't know what happened to Kunde. I don't think he should lose his spot. I don't think he's losing his spot. I wouldn't be so worried. I mean, I would be worried if Kunde didn't resign. But Kunde, guys, let me show this to you. Matter of fact, might as well do it now. Why not? I might as well do it right now. Look, Kunde, breaking news. It's official. Jules Kunde renews until 2030, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think he would have resigned if he was losing his spot? I don't think so. I personally don't think that would be the case. So I don't expect him to lose his spot. For pre-games, I'm down, he says. Okay, so you're down for pre-game shows. I'll take you on that. I'll figure out how to bring guests on OVS, which is where I'm going to be streaming my pre-games and post-game shows. And then I'll figure something out, buddy. I will figure something out for next game for sure. But yeah, let me see what else you guys are saying. A striker, man. The Madridistas are here. Where is Rashford? Well, buddy, remember, this is why I was laughing at Dave when he was saying that, he was making fun of Barcelona for getting Rashford. We didn't bring Rashford to start these games. And Will was laughing and saying, you're not going to pay Rashford this, you're not going to pay Rashford that, just to have him on the bench. And I'm like, why not? I mean, at the end of the day, Rashford, he's going to be, he's just in terms of depth, right? He's going to be backing up probably Rafinha. He may start some games, but right now, why would you throw Rashford into the fire when you have Ferran Torres, who is a proven player who can score in LaLiga day in and day out? You want to have Ferran Torres because he already knows Mallorca. He already knows how Mallorca plays, how they defend. He's a very smart player. He scores so many goals for us. He's been looking for this kind of opportunity when Lewandowski gets injured so that he can play more. Why not give him that? And plus, why would you putting a new player into the fire like that? Remember, Mbappe, it took him like 10 to 15 games last season to really get going. Imagine Rashford, who hasn't played a game since April. Mbappe came into the league 100% ready to go, and still took him a long time to get back. So yeah, I think it's very easy to me that we have Ferran. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we get to the midfielders, because there's not a lot of surprises into the starting lineup. I mean, we do have. Let me see who else here that I haven't said hi to. What is up, my man? What's going on, man? Come on, Sensei. Okay, cool, man. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's his Carnage Raid. FC Barcelona will score 235 goals in all competitions this season. Brother, if this happens, we better win the treble. Yeah. So we better win the treble. So let's see what else you guys are saying. So let's talk about the midfielders. Because I don't see a lot of surprises. One second. Yeah, I don't see a lot of surprises in the midfield, but I do want to talk about a few things. So we have Pedri Gonzalez, guys. We have Frankie de Jong starting on the double pivot. I don't know why this app has him on reverse. De Jong plays on the right and Pedri plays on the left. So that's so that you guys know, right? Also, we're gonna be on the wings. We're gonna have Lamine Yamal, or number 10, makes his debut. By the way, dude, how amazing! By the way, it would be if Lamine Yamal can score in this game. If he can score in this game, that would be so cool, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, by the way, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the stream. There's 100 people watching and there's 34 likes. Come on, I already told you guys. Don't move like Rudiger, being injured, trying to defend Ferran Torres down the seam on that goal where Barcelona tied the game in Copa del Rey final. So get in the chat and like the stream, guys. That's how we get to more people. That is how we get to 2,800. We're one subscriber away. If there's one person listening right now, come on, go ahead and subscribe so we can get to 800 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. So as I was saying, thank you. Somebody subscribe. We have 2,800 subscribers, man. 200 away from 3,000. That is crazy, man. First of all, thank you guys. Everyone who's coming onto my shows, man. Anyone who likes my streams, every like, every comment, dude. I read everything, even the haters, man. There's some Madridistas that have been showing up on my videos lately. Even I respond to the hate. So guys, dude, I'm here for you guys. I'm always commenting. I'm always getting back to you guys. I will do it as much as I can every day, all day, man. Whatever you guys comment on my videos, you're gonna hear from me back. So, by the way, how cool would it be to see the first goal from Lamine Yamal in La Liga as a number 10? We saw it in preseason. Now it's time to see it on for real. And having Rafinha back as a left wing position as well, dude, we are coming back in this game. And of course, right, Lewandowski's been out for 3 weeks, guys. He's gonna be out for 3 weeks. It was one of my worries last season, right? My worry was, I said this. This is why I'm not so bummed that Inigo Martinez got the bag, and he's getting paid, by the way. He's getting paid, and he deserves to get money. But I said this to you guys. I said, guys, my worries next season is Lewandowski and Inigo Martinez, because they both had incredible seasons. I think they both overachieved last season. Lewandowski, 40-plus GAs, man. If Mbappe wasn't at Real Madrid, Lewandowski would have been winning the Pichichi. That's crazy. At 37, he's still competing with prime Mbappe. That was crazy. I thought he was overachieving last season. And this season, I'm really worried. And look, off to a bad start. He gets injured at the beginning. He's going to miss the first 3 games in La Liga. And now we need to rely. Obviously, thank God we didn't sell Ferran Torres, because we have him to back up Lewandowski. If not, we would need to start Rashford right now. So I'd rather do Ferran Torres. And then, of course, now, the elephant in the room. I want you guys, let me know in the chat right now. Do you start Fermin or do you start Dani Olmo? As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm just going to start a whole new poll right now. Can I start a new poll? Probably. Oh, no. I guess I can't start a poll. What? Why not? Why is it not letting me start a new poll? I guess. Well, I guess not. Okay, I guess I can't start a new poll. Sorry, I'm a newbie at this. So I want to let me know in the chat. Do you start Olmo or do you start Fermin Lopez? Because they are both back. Or some of you are saying Gavi. Wow, Gavi, huh? Okay, Gavi finished up the season extremely well. I made a video on Gavi. If you guys haven't watched the video on Gavi that I made, you guys need to go look it up. That video needs more views because Gavi needs more love, just in general. So let me see what you guys are saying as far as you guys are saying. Let's see, Fermin. So Fermin Lopez. Tommy says Gavi. Let's see. Preach. Thank Laporta for throwing his own money. Okay, Fermin. Fermin. So this one, okay, so Ronald says Olmo for starters, Fermin sub. Yeah, I'm curious to see why you will start Olmo, bro, because Olmo, he's dealing with something. So if anyone needs to come off the bench, will be Olmo, in my opinion. But yeah, no, that's why I'm asking. So this is no wrong answer. Fermin, start Fermin, save Olmo for later. You know, the cool thing about having this kind of dynamic is that, if in La Liga, a lot of teams are going to play us with a low block. And when we have low block teams, we have Dani Olmo off the bench who can bring in some dynamic and just, break the backs of the low blocks and the way he plays on without any space and how he can create his own shots. Dude, Olmo is second to none. I would even probably, if Fermin is playing well, I will probably remove Ferran Torres, believe it or not, and bring in Olmo as a false 9. I think we have created many problems last season. When we played with the false 9 last season, every game it seems like we were scoring 5 goals. You guys remember that? Fermin is a great player. So I just have to say this to you guys. Fermin is my actual best player, breakthrough player next season. I think I've gone on record already with my predictions. If you haven't looked it up, go look them up. Fermin Lopez is my breakthrough player next year. So I think that Fermin Lopez will be the up-and-coming player. He's going to be rising to a stardom this season coming up. So Eugene also says Fermin. So yeah, I mean, Let's see. I would honestly start Fermin Lopez just because he's more reliable in terms of availability. Get him more integrated into the starting lineup, and he could really become something special, perhaps. I totally agree with this. This is why I already said. I think Fermin has earned his time. Fermin has been incredibly patient. He came out after the preseason game where he scored 2 goals, and he goes out and says, "Guys, you guys no need to worry. You guys no need to worry. I am here, and I'm here to stay." I like when players come out and say that kind of stuff. They put this notion and these rumors to ease and say, "You know what? I'm staying." And this is why it was my knock on Nico Williams. He's all acting like he was never leaving. Okay, why didn't you come out and say it then? That's what I was saying. So Fermin looks ready. Olmo looks rusty. Yeah, I totally agree. Olmo does look a little rusty. There's a few plays there where I thought, "What's up, Omar?" Everyone loves Fermin, but Olmo is much talent. Yeah, no. Look, this is a debate for a reason because a lot of us don't know who to pick. Some of us want Olmo. If it's up to me, I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay. I'll give you my thoughts. I think Dani Olmo, okay, is the better player, but I think because of his injuries, I think Fermin is the better all around because Fermin gives me defense. Fermin gives me is great on the ball. He doesn't have the creativity that Olmo has. Dani Olmo has an incredible vision. He knows where to go. He knows what to do. It's almost like a second thought to him. Like he gets the ball, and sometimes he's not even looking at the player, and he already knows where his teammates are. So that's something very special. Not a lot of players have that. He knows where to go. He's very good in tight spaces, Dani Olmo, and he can create his own shot. I think Fermin has a great shot, but he doesn't always know how to create it, and I think that's where he's lacking. And sometimes his vision is not as great as Dani Olmo. But when you create a shot for him, when you put him in positions to succeed, I think Fermin Lopez is an insane player. I think he can do a lot of great things that Dani Olmo doesn't give you. Plus, he gives you all the defense and he gives you the availability. So that's why I think if I had to pick for one game, I'm picking Olmo. If I'm picking for a whole season, give me Fermin. Fermin, Pedri, De Jong, Casado off the bench draw to get some minutes if we have good lead. Yeah, I want to see more the Hansi Flick to rotate some players if we're winning 4 to 5-0, but we can't get complacent, right? Even if we're winning 5-1, we don't. Even if we're winning 4-0, we don't want to make any defensive mistakes or changes because we are a team who we need this season. If there's something we need, is we need defense. For this season, we extremely need defense. But yes, let's see. Olmo will be started. Okay, well I thought you just said Fermin. Maybe I'm wrong. Fermin. Everyone says Fermin. Everyone. But yeah. So like if we look in terms of injuries, right? But let's take a look, guys. I wanted to show you guys. We're Barcelona, by the way. So let's see if we have any breaking news real quick, because I do want to talk about the press conference and Hansi Flick if you guys stick around. But yeah, no, I'm gonna give you guys my prediction before we do this. I think that you guys have given me your prediction, which I really appreciate. So look, last season, okay, let me see. According to FootMob, our only injuries is gonna be Mark ter Stegen, Dani Rodriguez, and Robert Lewandowski. That means Olmo is ready to start, and that means I think there was also one other player that I can't remember right now. So they're not in the injury report. And Mallorca only has 2 players. Let's take a look at Mallorca's lineup real quick because I want to see. I know Maffeo was one of the big player that everyone knew, and apparently he hasn't been playing very well. So guys, you guys remember? Pablo Torre is making his debut with Mallorca against his former team. That's an amazing story, to be honest. Pablo Torre coming back, and not coming back to the Camp Nou, right? Because they're playing at home, but playing his former team. Somebody is going to be motivated. So no, they're gonna have Murky. They're gonna have Osano attackers, Darder, and then also have Torre. But I'm amazed. Is Torre going to play left wing for Mallorca? Why is he lining up, or why are they lining him up on the left? I don't understand that. I thought the times that he played at Barcelona, he was either playing the 10 or he was playing on the right. I guess he's playing on the left for Mallorca, which doesn't make any sense. Masquero, Morlanes, Mojica. Mojica is a good player, man. I thought Mojica was actually going to get a better offer, like to go to another club. But like I said, Mallorca is it's a good team. It's a good, not great team, but they finished 10th place last season. So I do expect this game to be complicated. Ralilo, Barelen, and Morning, and Leo Roman. They remember last game we only beat them one. Was it 1-0? Let me see. Let me go to the head-to-head. I think it was. We beat them 1-0, and that was at Montjuic, right? Let's see. There was this game in Montjuic. No, yeah. This game was at Montjuic, and who remembers that? Who broke the back? Who broke the camel's back? That was Dani Olmo, baby. That's a goal. After Leo Roman had an incredible game, by the way. Great game by Leo Roman, who is basically stopped every single chance from Barcelona. We only beat them 1-0. It's everything we needed, but we only beat them 1-0. So then that was at the Montjuic. But last time we played, Stadi Mallorca, Son Moix. That was a 5-1, and that was when Rafinha scored 2 goals. De Jong, Ferran, and Pau Victor scored one of his own. I think it was one of a few goals that he scored for LaLiga last season. And that was Rafinha, man. That was a great game from Rafinha. So as I'm saying, the last time we were there though, 5-1. Last time we played at Montjuic, it was only 1-0, and it was Leo Roman who was making an incredible performance in this game. So I do expect him to play great against Barcelona. When you're playing with extremely low block, and you have a good goalkeeper, he can stop a lot of chances, and that's what John Garcia did for Espanyol as well. But what are you guys saying in the chat? I do want to know before I get to Hansi Flick, and then we'll probably wrap up the show by like 4:30 or so. And then we'll talk about Hansi Flick press conference. I thought he said a few interesting things. But yeah, no, what's going on, Christopher? What is going on? Omar says Araujo better prove himself this season for real. He did look like he was playing with an emphasis in the Joan Gamper, and I want him motivated this coming up season. And remember, he said his prime was coming. Who remembers Araujo drinking his prime bottle, saying that he was about to get his prime? So yeah, so a lot of talking I want to see in this particular game, right? I want to see it. He's going to play the live. Okay, so say he's going to play his life out to prove a point. Yeah, let's see. Araujo, he's probably talking about Araujo. Let's see. Richard, both Rashford and Garcia are registered and set. Let's go, Biscal Barca. Yeah, thank you for those breaking news. And speaking of news, yeah, let's see. Let's talk about it. Let me see what else is coming up right now when it comes to Barcelona. The last 2 hours. So it says breaking. Laporta has confirmed to a local Peña club in Mallorca that Joan Garcia and Rashford will play tomorrow. All documentation has been sent to LaLiga, and the final approval is imminent. But here's the thing. And here's what I will say about Barca, okay? I mean, I think Barcelona, sometimes they don't tell us the truth about everything. And until I see the confirmation, I am not going to just act like this is for real. Like, I'm not going to just say, so let me see this real quick. Did Jeffrey Torrens? What? I didn't know this. Did you guys knew this? Let me know in the chat. Did you guys know this? Real Betis inquired about signing Jeffrey Torrens on a loan. Okay, but Deco and Flick have completely shut down the door and departure. It's no secret that Flick values him highly and believes he will get his chance sooner rather than later. Okay, well, my only thing I would say to Hansi Flick on this is, why does it look like he's coming back to Barca Athletic? Why does it look like he's going back? I wanted Jeffrey Torrens to just back up Balde next season and have Gerard Martin maybe as a possible center back. But apparently, He didn't. So I wonder why, or what's the holdup. I guess they don't want to rush him, but I wish that he was going to get the start. Not the opportunity. So Tommy says Dewey to Barca in 2026. This is all fun in games, and I'll be honest, guys. It's 44 likes, 87 people watching. Can we get to 60 likes, guys? Help me out, please. We already well over 2,800 subscribers. I appreciate that very much. If you guys can help me out with this likes, man, I appreciate it, so we can get to new Barcelona fans and we can grow this community. So, Dewey 2026. My only thing I would say is, can you imagine having to deal with PSG? PSG is one of the worst clubs when it comes to negotiating. Real Madrid literally had to twerk for 4 years with Mbappe, and PSG rather lose money and have Mbappe until his contract ran out and get him for free, right? So that's my only knock. They rather let Mbappe leave for free than get 100 million euros from Real Madrid one season before, and Real Madrid was asking for Mbappe. So Dewey, I mean, I don't expect PSG to just give him out like that. I think the minute Dewey went to PSG, when you're that young and you go to PSG, you're going to go there for a little while, buddy. Because you're going to get a lot of money and you're going to get a lot of years under your contract, and teams are not going to be able to get you from those contracts. So I don't expect Dewey to play for Barca, as much as I would love him on the left wing, by the way. If he can be our left winger, Lamine Yamal will be our right winger. That would be insane. But this story, man, I don't buy it. I would be surprised. Olmo should solve for real. His injury is too much. He keeps getting injured, and he can't even play 10 games in a row without getting injured. Olmo is useless. Signing for real. So the only bummer, I remember at the time when Olmo was getting signed by Barcelona last season, I was not okay with it. I went on TikTok. I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time, but I did have a TikTok. And on TikTok, I said, I don't like this signing. What problem are we solving for this season coming up? Dani Olmo is a good player, but we're signing Olmo purely on his performances at the Euros. When he covered Pedri, right? Pedri went down with an injury. Olmo came in, and he was able to lift Spain to a whole new level. But my issue with getting Olmo was that we had Fermin. And at the time, I said, I think it's going to hurt Fermin's growth. And he is not going to, he's not going to grow with this team as much as we wanted him to. And I still believe that. I believe that if we didn't have Olmo, Fermin will be further ahead in his career and his journey with Barcelona. Look at him right now, how good he is. And unfortunately, we kind of stopped that growth by having Dani Olmo, in my opinion. Now he's done better than I thought, because Dani Olmo's a good player. But don't get me wrong. I think Fermin would be better player right now if it had not been for Dani Olmo. Fermin plays like he's hard. Fermin plays like he has a heart. To me, him and Gavi optimize what it means to play for Barca. Yeah, I mean, Gavi is a warrior, man. He'll run through a wall if you ask him to. That's the good thing about Gavi. But Gavi's having a difficult time finding his spot in the starting 11, because who is it going to bench? The only one he can bench is Pedri or Olmo or Fermin. And I think these are players that I think are a little better than Gavi. So he's in no man's land right now. I know he has played as a left winger with Xavi Hernandez, but that's the problem right now that Gavi has. He can't find his spot. And it's very unfortunate because he's such a great talent. And I think Flick, by the way, Flick trusts him very, very much. And I think maybe this season, with the level that he's playing on, maybe Pedri plays less games next year. So, Catalan, what is up? It says, I want Samu from Porto next summer for a striker. I mean, there's not gonna be a big market for strikers next season, I don't think. And realistically, right? We're probably gonna have Julian Alvarez, and Barcelona is gonna be on the market next season. We're not gonna have Lewandowski, so Julian Alvarez. There's Haaland, but Haaland has a big contract and for a lot of years. So that's typically not a good thing when you're trying to get a player. So we'll have to see about that. But we have hopefully Isak doesn't leave, but he's trying to leave this summer. I don't know what his hurry. I wish he wasn't such a hurry so Barcelona can go after him next season. Hopefully, Newcastle can somehow offer it to Barcelona so that they don't lose him. But I don't expect Isak to leave Newcastle this season. I think at the end of the day, Isak is gonna have to play. I think he's just gonna have to play. But yeah, man. Let's talk about Hansi Flick, guys. But guys, please help me out with these likes. 46 likes, 80 people watching. If we can get to 60 likes before the end of the stream, I got like 10, 15 more minutes. So stick around. We released the third kit. Let me know in the chat, guys. You guys like this? I honestly don't like it. This is the only kit. I actually like the training kit a little better. The black with purple, I think is really sick, by the way. But no, that's not what I want to talk about. So it is official as well. Let's talk about this real quick. Jose Luis Muñera Montero will be the referee against Mallorca tomorrow. Jose Figueroa will be charged at the bar. So who remembers Montero, right? They had a big issue last season and with him and Barcelona and Real Madrid, and they had this whole thing about the Copa del Rey final. I don't know. It was stupid. But yeah, I want to read you guys what Hansi Flick was saying though. It says Hansi Flick, who also injured his hand. Who in the chat noticed that, or did you guys see the news that the Hansi Flick got injured in training camp? I thought that was a little interesting. It says Hansi Flick started bandaging his hand to enhance his tactical knowledge and skills. How unfair! That's funny. So in other news, Iñaki Peña, Barcelona are working on renewing Iñaki Peña's contract and then let him leave on a loan. Remember, this is the same thing they did with Ansu Fati, where they had to restructure his deal just to loan him out, and he had to lower his salary. I expect the same thing going on here. So yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about when Hansi Flick was talking about Fermin. I think he's going to be starting Fermin because he said. But one thing that I thought was really interesting, and I'll let you guys know in just a minute. It says Fermin Lopez, he was amazing last season. During the start of the preseason, I was not too impressed with him. That was really interesting words that Hansi Flick used about Fermin Lopez, I thought. But now he has improved a lot in the recent weeks, and he had a great game against Como. Hansi Flick is extremely honest, and that's the one thing that I love about Hansi Flick. And he's saying that Fermin Lopez, he was not impressed with Fermin Lopez in the preseason. I thought that was interesting. I didn't think that Fermin Lopez had the best preseason. Actually, we all know, right? Gavi had the best preseason of everyone, but Fermin Lopez, I think he had a good last game. But no, that was definitely true from what Hansi Flick was saying there. So another thing that Hansi Flick said is, I don't think we need reinforcements. We've seen Gerard Martin performances at center back, and he has improved. He has good option. I like his versatile players. So I don't like this because that means now what? Now Gerard Martin. Now we're relying on Gerard Martin. We're not getting any center backs. I know he's trying to play like these are my players and I support them and whatever. But the fact that he said that I don't think we're gonna get reinforcement because we have Gerard Martin, to me that's not a good sign. In my opinion, I think we need. I think we do need another center back. Maybe not right now, but probably like in the future. Maybe I would say probably by winter break, Barcelona may get either a defender or probably maybe looking into if Ferran Torres leaves. I don't know. Everything's up in the air. Hansi Flick winning 3 titles it's not the end. We have to keep improving. We have to give our very best. So I like this. No complacency. I like this whole Hansi Flick is just talking about this whole notion that now we won everything last season, so we're not coming back this season with a great emphasis, right? So he's basically saying no, 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 we are fully back and committed for next season. Also, Flick on Villarreal Barca game in Miami. By the way, guys, in the chat, who is still here, let me know in the chat. Are you guys okay with playing a game in the United States this season, especially this Villarreal game? But let me see what Hansi Flick was saying. He's saying, Flick on Villarreal in Miami. I don't know what to say. I haven't thought about it yet. We don't even know if it will happen, so I'm not spending time on it. I'm not. I'm only focusing in the next match against Mallorca. This is very Bill Belichick for the New England Patriots. I don't want to give too much away. I'm only focused in my next game, and that's very good answer, because what's the point of even chiming in on this opinion when we don't even know if the game is even gonna happen, right? So that's the thing. So Flick says, when Bernal got injured, Dr. Richard Pruna told me that he could be out for a year. It's about his career. We want him ready for the next 15 years. Right now, it's not about 2, 3, or however many weeks it may be. So yeah, I'm happy that we are taking it slow with Mark Bernal, because remember, doctors, especially Dr. Richard Pruna, who is one of the best in the business, the doctors, they always tell you, like, when you have an ACL, think of a 3-year window. Okay, the first year is full recovery. The second year is easing back to 20 to maybe 20 to 40%. Okay, in the following years when you're fully back. So remember, in terms of Gavi, right now we're in 2025, right? In 2024, 2023, he gets the injury in 2023. He has the whole year. 2024, he comes back. He played a few games, 2024, 2025, and now this season Gavi is fully back. That's when we can expect Gavi to just kind of ease him back. So the same thing is going to happen with Mark Bernal, in my opinion, to where we're taking it easy. I don't expect to see Mark Bernal until maybe September, October, November. Maybe by November, December, we can realistically start thinking about having full matches. But hopefully just a few minutes he can play every game. But I don't know. I don't expect Mark Bernal to even be called out for tomorrow's game. So Hansi Flick also says we can be a better team than last season, but we'll see. We'll see it in the results. We'll find out at the end of the season. Well, yeah, I know that, but I also believe that we can be a much better team. Last year we were very bad on defense, so hopefully this year is better. So Hansi Flick on Inigo Martinez departure, it was a surprise for me, but I completely understood it. I didn't like that he left, because he's a fantastic player. He was one of the dressing room leaders, a great player and a great person. I mean, guys, why do you guys think that we're crying about this? Why do you guys think that we didn't like the fact that he left? Because he was incredible last season. And remember, if somebody asks any of you, who is the player who played a little bit but meant a lot, that's the literal definition of Inigo Martinez. He played a little bit and it means a lot. He's almost a legend of the club. That's how much it means. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think Inigo Martinez is a legend, or do you guys think that he's just a great player that came here for a couple of years and played great? I think it's a close call. If you have to ask me, legendary, I say yes, only because to me, you're a legend if I will never forget about you. And Inigo Martinez is one of those players that are so memorable, and it's so hard to forget. I think it's gonna be a legend of the club. But yeah, let's see. Just a couple more, and then I'll get to the chat, and I'll get you guys to the chat, and then I'll get out of here. Hansi Flick, I'm very happy with Lamine. Not just in the ball, but also with the pressing. And as we saw against Como, he was on the right path, but can still improve. And I'm sure he will do well this season. No, yeah, Lamine Yamal this season, guys. I've already said it. He looks faster. He looks stronger. He looks more twitchy. He looks like he's taking more opportunities to score, and that's the one thing that I was looking into him doing for this season. I just wanted him to be just try to score more goals. Guys, please help me out. I got 49 likes. I'm trying to get to at least 60, but if I get to 50, man, I'll be happy. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm about to get out of here after I talk to you guys in the chat. But I'm almost done. Joan Garcia is a fantastic goalkeeper, and it was collective decision to sign him. I think. Sorry, guys, I didn't have it there. I mean, honestly, Joan Garcia, it's all on Hansi Flick, and I'll tell you guys why. Deco came out and said he doesn't know anything about goalkeepers, and he didn't think that we needed a goalkeepers because we had 3 goalkeepers on the roster. So I don't think it was, obviously it was a team decision, but it was all Hansi Flick pushing for a better goalkeeper this season. And I think Hansi Flick looks a little bit more confident because he knows deep down, he knows he got the goalkeeper, guys. Honestly, I'm just dead honest about that. I think it was all Hansi Flick. It's just kind of my take on it. And last one but not least, it says Hansi Flick, player registration. I have full confidence in the club. That's all that he can say. That's all that he can do. It's just to rely on the club, and that's all basically that he can do, honestly. I mean, what else is he going to say? I mean, I don't trust the front office. In that opinion, I mean, I don't know, but I think the front office will have them registered and ready to go for next season. But I thought today was going to be the day where we had officially confirmed both of them, Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford, and we're still here, guys, and still not even close to them have registered. Maybe tomorrow morning. But why do we always leave things to the last minute, man? That always gets me. But nah, man, let's see what you guys are saying. It says, no Barca should buy Isaac or Alvarez. No Barca should buy Isaac or Alvarez. Yeah, I know. I do like Victor Osimhen as well, but if we can't sign either of these two. Do you honestly and realistically see Atletico letting Alvarez come to us? I doubt it. Well, historically, they let their players go. If the money comes, the problem with Julian Alvarez is that they got him for a lot of money. So that's kind of why that may be an issue. Because they already spent like 95 million on him. So maybe that would be the issue. Had they got him for like 60, 70, then I would say yes. They definitely would let him go for like 100 and 110. But no, I don't expect them to. I don't know. It's not going to be pretty negotiating. Alvarez is Barca player style. Is a player that Barca needs and will work on our play style. He will do great with Barca and hope they get Alvarez. Yeah, I totally agree. Barca needs Haaland next year. That would be great, man. I would love it. But I don't know. Haaland, the minute Haaland signed that 10-year contract, I was disappointed because I'm like, there's no way Haaland comes to Barca. Not like this. Cook, I show delusion. But guys, like this stream. If you guys kill it, you guys are killing in the chat, by the way. But if you guys like this stream, we get to more people. I will be doing a pregame show because I went on record and said I'm doing a postgame show after every Barcelona game. I haven't made it official on the pregame. I may do pregames after every game too, but we'll have to see how much you guys like them. It says Larby says no. Says okay. Gosh says I'm Indian. I'm not okay with this. I feel sorry for the local fans. Season ticket will lose value. Clubs are harming themselves in the long run. Okay. I mean, that's a great point you're making. It's good for the league, though. It's good for the league to go internationally and go to those fans that are outside of Barcelona. That's just the way I'm looking at it. But I'm not going to argue too much against it. I do totally understand your point. Yeah, because the season tickets, I mean, I guess they would have to get a discount on season tickets if they're going to, for one game or whatever. I'm mixed about the Miami match. I understand it for the spreading and promotion of LaLiga. Will be happily for money Barca will get. However, this isn't fair for Villarreal not being home. Okay, I do get it, Richard, but remember, this wouldn't happen if Villarreal wouldn't be okay with it. So if Villarreal is okay with it, then it's on them. Because Barcelona said, we'll do it if it's not a home game. So Villarreal is willing to take it to Miami. Uh, yeah. So Villarreal, who wants to play at their home with their fans. Yeah. Big up volume, Kevin Garcia. Big up to you, man. I'm not gonna say those last two words because I don't like them. I disagree. Gavi took time, but his play style is dependent on physically intensity and pace. Bernal, I believe, will join and cook this season because his game is more about reading, vision, and no. But okay, yes, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but remember, his game, Mark Bernal, he has to play a lot of defense. He has to do a lot of dirty work. He has to play extremely physical, and the mental thing. It's not going to be easy when you first come back. You get your thoughts. They creep in, and you think you may get a re-injury. And doctors have studied these. A lot of times it's just mental. You think you're gonna get a relapse, and you don't play with the same intensity. But in reality, you could. But there's always that train of thought that you're like, man, what if I pull it again? What if I get hurt again? And that's kind of why it takes them a little while to get that muscle memory and to fully trust your muscles. And that's why it's not as simple as you're saying. And with Mark Bernal, he's extremely physical. Don't think it's just like reading the game. He's going to have to deal with a lot of dirty work as well. This striker, no, he is a hero. Okay. So he's not a legend, but he's a hero. That's what you're saying. I like the way that sounds. Inigo Martinez is a hero, man. He's definitely our hero. Lazar, there's no need to force Bernal. Yeah, exactly, man. We have 3 to 4 players. I totally agree with you. Martinez is 100% a legend. So that's interesting. I mean, you guys do think he's a legend, 100%. I mean, I thought it was a little bit of a hot take for me. But I do see that. I do see it. Like I think is definitely a legend of the club. Legendary, not sure. Hasn't played for us long enough, but as fans, yes, he's a legend. He's more legendary in my eyes than Matt. So that's the thing. Sometimes it's not about the time. It's about what you do. For example, I'll give you an example. I don't know how much of you guys watch the NFL, but for example, Tom Brady, right? He's the GOAT. Greatest quarterback of all time, greatest NFL player of all time, the GOAT. He played for the New England Patriots. Now, he left the New England Patriots to go play 2 seasons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers only won 1 Super Bowl in their entire history. And the GOAT comes in, he plays 2 seasons with them, and he wins them a Lombardi trophy. He wins them a Super Bowl. And that's the GOAT over there. So that's what I mean. So Tom Brady is definitely a legend of that club, even though he only played there for 2 seasons, because it's not about how much time. It's about what you did when you were there. Was it memorable? Was it unforgettable? And I think what Inigo Martinez did at Barcelona, it's unforgettable. I think it was incredible. And as soon as he left with an injury against Inter Milan, we went in shambles. So I don't know. I do think that he's a legend. Not legendary like Lilan Turan or even Mascherano. Yeah. So they are registered, bro. It's official. We can all relax. So at 4:40. So you're saying they are registered, but Barca Times, dude, I extremely rely on Barca Times. They haven't tweeted it out. Let's see if Rashad. Because see, there's a lot of these pages, man, that they don't know what the hell they're doing. It says Joan Laporta, Rashford and John Garcia will play tomorrow if Flick wishes. If Flick wishes, but there's no official report that he's back. So I don't know. I've come to my senses about this. And if I don't see the confirmation, the club is not saying it, Fabrizio Romano's not saying it yet, I'm not believing it because there's so many pages. All they do is hype and clickbait, and they want all the Barca fans to go there. So Fabrizio Romano confirmed. Okay, that's good, man. Thank you. Let me look. Fabrizio Romano. Okay, so I'll let you guys see it with me. So Fabrizio Romano, let's see. Okay, so I don't see anything about. I don't see anything about Fabrizio Romano regarding Barca. Wait, am I missing something? Breaking. Yeah, no, man. Like I said, if I don't hear from Fabrizio himself or Barca Times, I really trust Barca Times. Let's see here. Okay, so maybe this is it. 3 hours ago, Barcelona president. Okay, so he's saying that Laporta said that John Garcia and Marcus Rashford are both registered for tomorrow. It says told Mundo Deportivo, but that they are there's that it's confirmed. That definitely doesn't mean that it's confirmed. That's what I'm saying. Okay, what is that him? No, that's him talking about. Yeah, no. So see, that's what I'm saying, guys. On IG, okay, so I don't have on my IG, but I wouldn't believe it because he always goes to Twitter. He always goes to X and says it. Plus, why hasn't anybody else jumping in on it? Why is nobody breaking the news? I believe Joan will be the only one registered in Mallorca game. Yeah, see, that's what I believe. I believe that we're only gonna have John Garcia, but I've said it already. If Rashford is ready to go tomorrow, I will be surprised. I will be surprised. I don't know. I fully expect Fabrizio Romano that if he put it on Instagram, he would have put it on X as well. Why hasn't he done it? I don't know. And I think if Fabrizio would have said it, I think Barca Times already would have broken the news. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I still don't trust the reports, even if he said it on. I don't know if he said it on Instagram. A lot of times people act and do fake accounts on names like this. So I don't know. A good point about example from the GOAT Tom Brady. On the legendary example for the Bucks. Yeah, so yeah, if you do watch other sports, you understood it. I appreciate that because sometimes when I do these analogies, I don't know if people will understand because a lot of people don't watch actual NFL. Yeah, so it says maybe the same with Laporta you just read on IG. Exactly. So a lot of times people just misunderstand, and that's why I don't like to report unless I get Barca Times, Rashad, and Fabrizio Romano. Barca Times and Rashad is what I rely on for Barcelona, and then of course Fabrizio Romano is for all things news, right? I honestly think this season will be Arda Güler and Fermin breakthrough season out of Madrid fan. Yes, so I do agree with you. I think Arda Güler already looks so much better than last season. He's getting all the playing time. He's getting the full trust of the coach, and I think that this is good for him. He's finally getting a coach that trusts him, and that way, I think having a coach that will put trust in you, that makes you play better. And I think his link-up play with Mbappe, it's insane. Those shots that he's taking outside the box are crazy, man. He hit the woodwork twice. So yeah, but guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. I think I've been on for longer than I was expecting, which was 1 hour. But dude, I appreciate it. Did you guys enjoy these pregame shows? By the way, I do expect Barcelona. By the way, if you just tuned in, Barcelona takes care of business at Mallorca. We're gonna play in Mallorca tomorrow at 10:30. So guys, expect a post-game show. Be here with me after the final whistle. As soon as the whistle ends, I'm starting my stream at 12:30 tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. I think that's 3:30 Eastern time. So be on the lookout for that. Activate the notification bell on the event, and guys, yeah, just be here, please. That would mean a lot to me. But yeah, so I want to see Gerard Martin pair with Araujo tomorrow. That play putting on the table. I want to see what they do, because it comes to fruition, and that's the pairing we would love to have as a backup. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow what's going on. But like I said, Mallorca 1, Barcelona 4. I think tomorrow I'm going to get my hands dirty. Lamine Yamal scores a goal and has 1 assist. Rafinha scores 2 goals tomorrow and probably have another assist, and Ferran Torres will score the last goal. And somebody said I will be there after Lamine Brace 5-0 prediction. See you on the post game show, guys. Vizca Barca, have a beautiful weekend, guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm ending the stream, but I'll be here tomorrow, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next